Hey, 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 hey! It's Chris Sells coming at you. Now I know someone's gonna be like, this guy still hasn't got a camera stabilizer yet? Well, frig off. Okay, I've been busy. And we got a 10-month-old, and basically, I don't get a lot of sleep. I get more sleep than my wonderful wife, but I still don't get a lot of sleep, so I'm just, you know what? I don't even know if that's an excuse. You know? So I haven't been doing as much videos. Plus, we've been on a little vacation, which is nice. See that, everybody? If you own an RC store for about 10 years, you can actually take a little bit of vacation. Really, it's good to know. You know, it's funny. All the years I've been self-employed, which has been close to 15. Like, oh, you can just write that off. That's the classic. Oh, you can take vacation whenever you want. Take whatever time off. What the frick? It doesn't work that way. You know, it's nice, though. I have a credit card, and all it says on it is write that off. And when they send me the bill, I just go, no, I wrote that off, bro. And someone else pays it. No, it doesn't work like that, but any hoozles. In my travels and in my spare time, so with having our little bundle of joy, God, it's so wonderful. It's great. I don't know how many of you guys have kids out there, but it's a fun time. It's also a pain in the, I'm gonna say it's also a pain in the ass time. Okay, I know that's like a PG-13 word, right? But it really is a good time. So, but in that time, I grab myself, and we don't have one here to show. Oh, we do have one. Yeah. I grab myself this kit, the Deserter. And I thought it was just like, I open it up and there'd be like ice cream and cookies and cake in there. You know, dessert. Haha! Is that pretty? Nobody laughed. Holy frick. But no, this is a truck. And I got the same one, the molded in white. It's also molded in black. And I built this sucker. I built it. I spent 2 months. Because at night, you know, kids are asleep, whatever. You get a few hours. Or no time, but whatever. You get a few hours, you can sit there and build something. And I really like building RC, but, you know, you can do a lot of scale detail on RC. We all know that. And I won't go into all that, but what was nice is this was a really quiet kind of thing to build, and I built it on my dining room table, which probably wasn't the best choice. But I put it together, and it was fun. And I glued it all together, and it didn't go together that well, but it went together okay. Because, like, I'm putting stuff together, I'm like, this ain't no freaking Tamiya, right? And you guys will know what I mean. If you're into Lego, you can build a Tamiya model, okay? For the most part. Almost any of them, especially the two-wheel drive stuff. You can do a Lego Technique set. You have that patience for some of those things with all those I-beam bricks and, you know, or the high-end creator stuff. You're good to go for Tamiya, okay? So I actually brought in a couple of Tamiya kits, and I love this Land Cruiser. It's just friggin' epically hot. But, you know, that guy's getting close to my truck again. Go out there and just shoot and grab. I just washed it last month. Anyways, so we brought in some different kits, and you know, there's always some questions with stuff we bring in, and I don't like to. I kind of like to evade them a little bit because I like people to kind of come up with their own thing. But what's funny is, like, for the last 10 years when we do our ordering, I'm always like, you know, I'll type in, for example, beetle or bug, you know. And then, you know, and usually we'd be buying, like, Proline bodies and stuff like that, right? Look at that. Look how old this is. This is, like, the same frickin' thing. Now it's, like, translucent. It's a tranny orange little carousel. But they made this for, like, 20, 30 years, the same thing. So I type in bug, and I'd always see, like, you know, something like this pop up. And I'm like, frick off, Russ. You know, I don't know, like, who cares, right? And after I bought that kit, I bought it at retail. You know, I bought the kit. I put it together, I'm like, this is a lot of freaking fun. So, I saw this bug, and I was like, that's cool. And I'm like, I saw this Tamiya bug, I'm like, that's cool. And then I'm like, wait a second, don't we have some because I saw it come up a lot, 1/24 scale, 1/25 scale. I'm like, we have something in the shop like that. The friggin' Barrage. So, and again, I know some people are like, duh, the thing's been out for a while, you should know this, but so the bodies in these kits will actually fit the bar rage, the mini bar rage. They'll fit right on. So, I know Proline and a couple other companies have come up with these mini bodies in like $30, $40 and frig off. It's too much. The bodies need to be $15 or $20. They're Lexan. I still have to buy my paint. I didn't really like the value with a lot of the bodies, but I really like the value with these bodies because you can buy most of these kits for under $40. Mount them on. Okay, and you have a hard body. That's the other thing a lot of guys don't realize. So these bodies are polystyrene, not polypropylene. Okay, wait. Yeah, polystyrene. So they're the hard white plastic. So the detail is really good. And when I put together my little Chevy there, my little Chevy Deserter, the detail was really great. The only thing is, though, is I put it all together and I'm like, oh, it's static. But it's cool. It sits in my cabinet, and you know what? The little hood comes off. You get to see the engine. Oh, it was so sick. I couldn't get the tailgate to come down, so I kind of glued it in place, but that was it. But so as I'm the last 10 years, you know, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, I see these bugs come up, and like, you know, Jeep Commando, right, which is another classic. So I always type in Jeep as a general search thing, because, you know, I don't just wait for suppliers to tell me what's new. I'll search through old stuff too. I do a hell of a lot of work trying to find stuff and procure a shop that's not procure. You like that? It's like high-end wines and cheeses and stuff. Try to build a shop. Tony and I spend a lot of time trying to build a shop with unique stuff. So we're not a, you know, typical shop. Or a, you know, let's call it Town Hobby USA. I got a lot of respect for you guys. I know it's a franchise and I know it's a lot of work, but for the most part, you walk into one, you've been into all of them. So, any hoozles, okay, I'm going to still stay positive because I've been into many that I've liked, okay? But, and then, you know, when we order too, I'll think of our customers, right? So, you know, I think of Nick, okay, and I think of Chris G, you know? They're just Beetle crazy guys, you know? Mini bike, I think of, you know, anybody who's into like real motorcycles, right? For example, I'll think of, you know, James out in Esco, okay, right? Same with Porsches, right? Nick, that's for you, bud. You got it. And then there's John, Big John. Anytime I see some, I'm gonna say dirty yellow, big nasty truck, okay? Because you know what you've got, the big pig, okay? You know, like look at this. I'm like, that's Johnny, that's Yanni right there. Same with any. You know, any semi stuff. I think of our customers, you know, Rick, for example. Rick H. You know who you are, okay? You know, and I think of Big John, I think of Johnny as well, because it's like, this stuff's so cool! The big thing I like about this stuff, too, is I find that the price points are okay, but it's a little bit lower of a barrier to get into this as opposed to RC. So, RC, if you want to get into RC, I'm going to give you an example, okay? Let's do it. I want an ECX amp. If you want to have a good experience with this amp, you need at least one extra battery, okay? A fast charger, and some extra body clips. Let's say that costs $300, okay? Okay, like a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, a 1 hour charger, you know, $300. Well, I could pick on one of these Tamiya kits, which are about $40. You're going to need about probably $20 of like maybe a little paint set, about $20. And go grab a can of nice spray paint, like $10. So we're into like $70, $80, some glue. So you're going to spend $100, but you can use the glue and stuff and the paint later on, as you can use the battery and charger. And that's at the higher side. You really can do a kit with everything you need for about, you know, $70, okay? If we're being real, you know, really careful with it. And these are in Canadian dollars. We love our American friends, but they're always like, I can get that for $14 at Hobby Lobby. Well, okay, great, but, you know, it's not, we don't have that here. Okay, you know, we went on a trip, we went to Bermuda. I mean, frick, I looked at this cool Meng model kit, and it was a Hummer. It was like $170. Yeah, they're $80 here, okay? So, you know, Canada, we're doing okay. It's fun. Look at this. I love how this is marketed. Over 145 parts. Because, like, if it had 144 parts, it would be just friggin' disappointing. Like, that would suck if this had 100. It has to have over 145. So they couldn't say, hey, it has 146 parts. It has to say over 145 parts. Because 145 is the benchmark for putting the little Starburst, which is strangely the same size as the Chris's House logo. Dun, dun, dun. Any hoozles. So there we go. We got a bunch of stuff in. Price points are all between 30 and like $50 for, I think some of the big rigs cost a little bit more. But you know what? Come in and take a look. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. And you know what? Am I prepared to answer all your questions about plastic models? No, I'm not. Because I don't know everything. And I don't know everything about RC. But if you have a question, you can let us know. If anything, I'd like you guys to chime in and maybe say, hey, I'd like to see this there. Or, hey, I have this and I had a really good experience building it. Or, hey, I built this GMC Sonoma Highrider 4x4 truck SLE made in the USA. That was a mouthful. And I had a great time doing it. Anyways, guys, look for some more RC reviews soon. We got a lot of cool stuff, a lot of new Tamiya stuff. You guys have a great day. And remember to click up to the top right and subscribe. Okay, guys, Merry Christmas. I know it's the end of May, but Merry Christmas. Have fun.